So guys, good evening to everybody. It is evening here and welcome once again. I'm in the mood to talk this evening. Welcome once again to my evening show. My name still remains Rodi. Man, as you join me, like and share. Let's spend this beautiful evening together. Okay? This program will interest, this program is for senior men and women. Do you understand me? I came out especially for senior men and women. Join us, let's go. It's going to be an interesting one. So, man, this is abroad story. Everybody that is living abroad, if you are anywhere you are living, join us this evening. Do you understand me? Wherever you are living, whether you are living in Europe, Asia, African country, as far as that place is not your home country. Katu, I see you. Join us this evening. Does it mean nobody is here? On YouTube, now make some noise now. Make some noise. Show me some respect. Give honor to whom honor is due. Do you understand what I mean? Give me my own honor. My sister Pamela Fontanella. Pamela, what do you mean? I did not see that comment. Please repeat that comment once again. Rock, I see you. Man, I need to peep. I don't see properly at night. El Dorado. El Dorado. Obaide Ayo, I see you big time. Obaide Ayo, I see you big time. Plenty story coming your way tonight. Plenty story coming your way. I'm in the mood to speak. Plenty story coming your way tonight. But man, you need to do your part and I do my part. Your own part is to share the program. So what's up? I've got 11 people. Now make some noise. What is going on? Evangeline. See that name? Evangeline. Fine name. Yes, Obaida, I see you. Somebody gave Aniete. Aniete, how far? I don't know how far with you, Aniete. Are you now in, where you told me you are going to go? Obaida, I see you. How many people do we have here? Now, what is going on? So you guys don't know that I'm a celebrity. So you don't know. Before you say, don't say I am proud. That's why I remain humble. When I talk about my reality, if I tell you now I'm a celebrity, so we start arguing. Say you are too proud. There is nothing you will do to please the world in this life. Alex, I see you. What is the name? Alex now. You cannot, let me. I see you big time. Watching from South Britain. I've not gone to Britain before. I don't know where it's South or not. But you know where it's South. Somebody called me hunger celebrity. Check me out now. Do I look hunger? Do I look hungry in your eyes? Do I look hungry to you? Check me out. Jealous person. Check me out. Do I look like a hungry person to you? What, Njabi? Check me. Do I look like a hungry person to you? See you now. See you now. If I dash you one of my shoe, you'll be okay for life. If I dash you one of my shoe, you'll be okay for life. I'll give you one shoe and one shirt, and you are settled for life. That is, what's your name, Jabi? I will dash you one shoe and one shirt, and you'll be okay for life. You use it and go build bungalow in your village. No jokes. Hey, that's who is this dude that gave me some kind hearts? No, Neil, I see you there. Evangeline, I don't speak Portuguese. I don't live in Portugal. Because I don't live in Portugal. Evangeline, you have a fine name. You understand me? Meeting act, how do you mean? I don't want to shout this evening. I should dash you one of my. You want me to show you? If I sample my shoes and my caps for you, you will enter house. If I sample my shoes, let me. Okay, I don't want to shout. Now listen, man. I've made some mistakes in the past. I bought a lot of things I don't need. Shoes. Now I bought some shoes, 300 and something euros. I've not worn it for one day. But there is a shoe I bought. I bought that shoe, 10 euros, but that shoe serves more purpose than the expensive ones. I bought designer's shoes for occasions, but I don't go to occasions, and those shoes are here. Some winter shoes for occasions, but I bought a shoe for 10 euros. I wear that shoe in winter, in summer, everyday shoe, and it is very light and comfortable. But the ones I bought expensive, man, they are useless. Many of them. Sometimes you need to learn. Now learn from me. Say when I want to go to occasion, when I want to travel, all the whole shoes are there. If you see clothes, I messed up. Though the money I spent, I should have used it or would have used it to go invest in something reasonable. If I bring them, there are some I've not even used. If I see some trousers I've not used. But you see, let me show you guys. This trouser now, you see these joggers, I bought it 10 euros. This one. But it's very comfortable and I wear it every day. I bought it 10 euros. 10 euros, but every day I put it on when I'm going outside and I feel comfortable. So I go buy trousers, some 80 euros, 50 euros, 100 and something euros. I don't even wear them. But those 10 euro trouser, 15 euro trouser, very comfortable. And you use it every day. Now forget. That's why you see some of those rich men, they don't wear those expensive designers wears. They wear comfortable, casual wears, everyday wears. Now learn from me. If I bring shoes here now, you will run. If I bring out shoes, some have not even worn it for one day. If I bring shoes out now, you will run. Guys, you are welcome to my... That's going to be a topic for another day. So guys, if you are living abroad, stay till the end. If you are outside your home country, don't move out away from this thing, because this is going to be a lesson. This is going to be an eye-opening program for senior, for senior men and women. This is why I came out now. So let's go. We have 100 and something people watching on TikTok. How many people do we have on? Now, so nobody wants to share this on YouTube. Waiting to happen. What's going on now? So you want to laugh me like, say, the Nigerian, I see you. Are we ready? If we are ready, let's start. It's always a party here. Man, share this program now for more people to join. What's going on? Are you hearing me or not? Now, guys, are you hearing me or not? And yet, go to YouTube at Uncle Rodi. Go to Uncle Rodi on YouTube. You find me there, subscribe. Uncle Rodi on YouTube. Also, if you go to my TikTok bio, you will see a link there, YouTube link. Press that link, it will direct you to my YouTube channel. Then you can follow. Now let's go, let's start. So guys, if you are seeing me for the first time, go join me on YouTube. Go follow my YouTube page, Uncle Rody on YouTube. So you are hearing everything. Now YouTube guys, make some noise. I'm not seeing comments. I'm not seeing any shaking, no share, nothing. Now what's going on? Now I'm already big. I'm a celebrity. I think you guys say I should be positive. I am a celebrity. You understand me? I'm a celeb. Now guys, you are welcome. Nicodemus, now see them now. Nicodemus, now loud and clear. Okay, let's go. This program is for people that are living abroad. Now let's go. I start by telling you guys a story. Now, growing up, this story will be a bit long. I will not go so deep. You understand me? Because if I go deeper, or I might go deeper. I told you guys about my brother, my elder brother who died in Thailand, in Bangkok. Maybe some of you are new on this platform, you know, but I'm going to, give a brief story about him. So, where do I even start, sir? Because I don't want to start the story from the middle, but I will try as much as tell the story in a way you will understand it, so you learn. So, before my brother traveled to Thailand, he had already gotten 6 boys. 6 boys he got from 2 women. So the time he died, the woman he married, the last wife, was pregnant the time my brother died in Thailand. Listen attentively. He went to Thailand to go hustle. Or do I say to go seek for greener pastures, to go hustle, or something like that, you know? Now listen attentively. You know, nobody knows when he or she will die. You know, that is a necessary end. Nobody knows when it will come. So my brother died close to 40 years now. But before he died, he had already married the woman, the wife, who was pregnant when he died. Listen. But listen, my brother then, I told you he married 2 wives. He married the first one, had misunderstanding with the first one, and then married the last one that he lived with when he separated from the first one. Listen attentively. Then, as a hustler, he built a house in the township first, but did not build, nobody knows when he will die or she will die, you understand what I mean? But did not build a house in the village. That was future plans, to build a house in the village. Get it? Listen attentively. Now, he had 6 boys. He traveled to go make money, come home and, build houses and make things happen. Along the line, he died. Now, when he died, I did not know. It was my mother that called me that my late brother had died. So I and my wife, came together and carried the corpse back to Africa from Thailand. So my wife and I did it. Everything paid, and the corpse was transported to Africa. Now listen. Buried in my father's compound, because then my brother hadn't or never built any house before he died in the village. So he was buried in my father's compound. Now, listen attentively. This is about 22 years now he died. 22 years that he died. Now, since he died, as I'm making this video now, that his wife is in my father's house in the village. His sons are in my father's house in the village. Don't be in a rush. Share this program. The best story I tell is the story that happened to me and what happened to friends I know personally and people around me and things like that. You understand? No, this one I'm telling you now is what happened to my brother. He's late now, may his soul rest in peace. Now, his wife is in the village, 20-something years. His son is in the village. You see, if he had built a house in the village, his wife and children will live in that village. His house will not be desolate. There will be occupants. There will be people living in his house. His lineage will not be lost. Share this program. This program is for diasporas. My brother did not marry an outsider. He married somebody from his tribe before he died. Hold on. Don't be in a rush. Now, if my brother, for instance, had married a Thai woman, do you think that Thai woman would stay in our village with the children? I want to see your answer. This is a broad corner. This is a broad story. Tonight, I will open your ears. I will open your eyes and your ears this night. Everywhere is quiet. Now, share this program. This is why I told you this program is for senior men and women. Everywhere is quiet. I'm not seeing, I don't understand. Now I will go sleep. I will go to bed. Now, if my brother had married a woman from Thailand, if he had died, the question is, do you think that Thai woman would stay in my village with the children 20-something years after he died? Toil and labor and manage life like a typical African woman. Good. Don't move. Nobody should move. Nobody should leave this program. Nobody should leave this program. There are so many stories coming your way this night. Share this program. Now listen. Do you believe in reincarnation? Now this night I'm opening people's eyes. You understand me? Do you believe in reincarnation? In my tribe, we believe, our ancestors believed in reincarnation, rebirth. When you die, you come back to life. You come back to life, but with another physical form. But let me leave it there. I do not need to teach you what reincarnation means, but many of you knows about reincarnation. Now listen, when I was like 4 or 5 years, story with plenty this night. Whether you are living in America, stay here, don't move. You are living in Africa, stay here, don't move and learn. When I was living in Africa, I was a small boy, like 5 years. They told me one man whose house was opposite my father's compound reincarnated me. The man died, they said, because my father was kind to him when he was sick. So they said the man came back and reincarnated me. Now, I did not know the man. But each time, so there was, he left a wife without any child. He left a wife without any child. The wife did not give birth before the man died. So each time the woman saw me, the woman would call me, she called me her husband at a little age, when I was like 5 years. She would stop, she spoke to me she would sit with me and be discussing, having conversation with me. She believed, see that belief, she believed I was the husband that came back to life. Many times the woman would prepare okwa, you know what, breadfruit, delicious soup or her soup, and bring to me, serve it, put it in tray, put it on tray with breakable plates and come serve me. With better bush meat, all this bush meat in she, and serve me with better bush meat. Now listen, I kept wondering, she never joked with me, that woman. My siblings were jealous of me because of that woman. Each time we were on holidays or if I returned home during weekend and she knew that I was around, she would prepare delicious meal for me. Now listen, and the woman farmed on the land, the farm, the plot of land that the husband left before he died. Listen, the woman married the husband. Few years before she could get pregnant, the husband died. This woman did not return back to the father's house. She remained in the husband's house, and no member of the husband family dragged any land or any property with her. Now look at the moral of this story. This woman, the husband died. She did not leave the husband's house. She stayed there, grew old in that house, and died there even without a child. She made sure that the husband's compound was inhabited. She lived there, maintained everything till she died. Hold on, don't be in a hurry. How many stories have I told you guys now? 2 stories. Now let's look at abroad, that is Europe here. Many people watching me here are married to foreigners. Don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong, because I know you make conclusions. You conclude, so quick. You are quick in concluding things. Now listen. Many people are in interracial marriages, intertribal marriages. Listen. Some married Japanese women, Philippine women, Chinese women, European women, American women, Caribbean women, Arab women, South African women, and anywhere. Kenya, some married Kenyan women, some married Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Nigerian, Ghana, everywhere we married, Caribbean. Okay. Now, share this program. Let's look at, let's say you married a white woman from France, or you married a woman from Caribbean, or let's say you married a woman from Europe, a woman from Japan. Okay, let's assume You have children with a Japanese woman. And this woman is in love with you. And as a man who does not want his family lineage to close, you took your Japanese woman to Africa, the house you built, your magnificent house, your beautiful house. Now you took your Japanese woman to Africa and you have a very luxurious, magnificent house in Africa, living well with your children. Nobody knows when he will pass away. Imagine your children are still 2, 3, 4, 5 years or 8 years or 10 years, and you pass away, you die. You have a very powerful house in the village. Tell yourself the truth. Do you think that woman, that Japanese woman, this is just I'm talking generally, but I'm using Japan now as a case study, Do you think that Japanese woman will stay in the village and represent you? Do you think that Japanese woman will stay with your children in the village? I want to see response fast. Oh, I said I need senior men, men and women. Everywhere now is quiet. I don't understand. You like to make out everywhere. So nobody want to answer now. You don't want to answer. Because I want to arrive at a point tonight. Now, 100%, all the answers I'm getting now, the answers are no. Everybody is saying no. Hold on. Everybody is saying no. That means, listen, that means in the end, that house you built in the village will lie desolate, will be wasted. And if that woman carry her luggages and the children and move back to Japan, Okuagu go. If that woman carry her luggages with the children and puts head for Japan, if she go back to Japan with the children, case don't close. Okuagu go. If I tell you guys something, sometimes when I drop a video, everybody will come and be making noise. Now, we need to continue with the gist. Don't run. I said nobody should run. Now, the question is it worth it building that house in the village when the only person that makes that house relevant is you? And immediately you are no longer alive, that house becomes a waste. I'm going to give you practical examples of what has happened, what the things I've seen here. Practical examples. This one is not, I'm giving you practical examples. Even this one, I spoke about interracial marriage. I'm rushing this program. I want to cool down and then explain things to you guys. In the year 2003, there was a man. As at that time, he had lived here for 34 years. And this man usually came to my shop then. He wouldn't come again. He usually come to my shop to gist with me. As at that time, he newly brought his wife from Africa to Europe. He went to Africa and married. First of all, the man was married to a white woman, gave birth to 3 children. Don't get me wrong, because after we are going to conclude this program, this man married a white woman at first, had 3 boys with the white woman. Don't get me wrong, I'm not discouraging anybody. But after listening to me, then we can, reason together. Now, had 3 wives with a white woman. After the man traveled to Africa, married a woman from his tribe. I know the man. I don't want to know him again. I know the wife. Okay? And then the wife had already given him another son, making 4 boys. So having gotten 4 boys, the man now decided to go home. I've told you guys the story, to go home and then take his own inheritance, that is his own family land, to build house. Listen, to build a house for himself and his children, because already he had married a black woman. Odinaka, I see you. So as he traveled home, this is a long story, but I'm cutting it short. I'm omitting a lot of things here, but I'm going to use it to give you guys a gist now. On reaching home, the man went and stayed with family members that he wanted to share land with. Okay, you said I shouldn't cut it short. Okay. Ara will not cut it short. Okay, let me give you full details. Now, this man traveled home. Instead of going to rent hotel, he chose, because he had lived in Vienna for 34 years, instead of going to rent a hotel, I always warn you here, avoid anybody you will share property with. If there is anybody that is in possession of your property, or anybody that you are to share property with, you need to be very careful. It could be dangerous. Get the gist. Don't trust anybody that you share property with. Get the point before you come and say, Uncle Rodi. Now listen. Now, because the man had lived abroad for too long, he trusted the brothers. Went home. Instead of him to go rent a hotel and step away from the family members, he was living in the house, sleeping there, eating together. Somebody that wants to share property, share land with the family members. One Sunday, after eating, he began to complain about his stomach and the headache. That was the end. He lay on the mat and he died. He went home with the son. He died at home. That was the end. So the son had to bury the father in their village. The mixed-race son had to bury the father in their village. Now listen, I did not know. Because the wife also do come to my shop back then. One day, because the man came to my shop before he departed, before he traveled to Africa. So one day the wife came to my shop, not quite 1 month, crying. I asked her what's happened. She said the husband has died. What's happened? She said the man was poisoned. Guess what? I asked her, are you going home? She said, go and do what? A family that poisoned her husband because of land. What's she going to do there? Now, I saw that woman several years after. 10 years after I saw the woman, I asked her, have you gone home? 15 years after I saw the woman, guess what? The woman, after the death of the husband, this is the same tribe, did not step her foot on the husband's village or in the husband's village with the son. And those mixed-race children, those three mixed-race children, those three children the man had with a European woman, that was the last time they visited Africa. Hold on. I know here many guys who died here were buried here. Some were buried, some were transported to Africa. Since they died till now, their wives and children have not gone there till today. Since they buried the man, some 20-something years now, some 24, the wife and the children have not gone to the village where the man came from. Many of these guys, the houses they built, now listen. Many of these guys, the houses they built in their villages are lying desolate. Nobody is living in those houses. The wives that profess to love them, many of the women, I see some of them here from time to time, they have never gone to their husband's village. 25 years they did not go, they never stepped foot in their husband's village. Not to go clean the house safe. Now, why then? Now, we are reasoning together. Why build then a house in Africa that nobody will defend or inhabit if you pass away? Many of you watching me now, listen, many of you watching me now are into interracial marriage. And you are building magnificent house. I'm not discouraging you, don't say, but now think outside the box. Because if something happens to others, now you learn from it. You are toiling now. You are toiling now and building house. Now, as you are toiling now and building house, you know the wife. Do you think this wife, maybe this your European wife, foreign wife, will go to your village if you are no longer alive, the way our parents did? Now listen, where I grew up, do you know why people marry women? Why people marry wives or husband? If you are no longer there, the woman, that is why the woman takes your name, your surname. She represents you. See, when a woman gets married, she drops the father's name and takes the husband's name. Do you know what it means? It means that woman now, if you are no longer there, the woman will continue flying your flag. Represent you as if you are there, even if you are no longer there. Does that mean? This is why in the olden days, you see when a man passes away, you see his compound will still be alive. There will be, the wife will continue living there, the children will live there. That's why they built that house, so that their lineage will continue. If you go to that house, every time you go there, you will see that you see signs of life. Either the wife will be there, the children will be there, the grandchildren will be there. That is it. Anywhere you go in African culture, it was like that. Some men married multiple wives so that their compound and their houses will continue to stay alive. But in this case, this is why I told you, you cannot eat your cake and have it. This abroad, you cannot eat your cake and have it. In this case, you know, my father's generation, that was another generation. They stayed put, they were in Africa, they defended their villages, their houses. You are living in a foreign land and you are building houses in your village that even your children may not defend. Your wife will not defend. Now, does it make sense? I mean, they work. Some people are just moving like anyhow. You don't do things because others are doing it. Don't get me wrong. If you decide to build a house in the village, but then guys, life is important. If you now decide to build a house in the village because you don't want your lineage to get lost, that means you need to stay in the village with your wife and grow old in that house, and your children need to know that place. You need to stay in the village like our ancestors did with your wife. This you going traveling abroad, staying abroad and going, Kato, I see you. You staying abroad and going on vacation, that one does not make any sense. I will only, that's why I told you guys, now listen, the thing I told you 2 years ago, I will still tell you now, I've not built any house in the village. These are the things that goes on my mind. That's what do you call it? Dilemma. I keep thinking every day. If I build a house in my village, can my children go defend that house in the village? Who will stay in that village? What if when I grow old, I know I'm going to reach 100 years, if I pass away, can my children defend that house? My wife is inside the room now, every day we are here. If I build a house in the village, if I'm not there, is she going to stay in the house alone in the village? For instance, I'm asked, everywhere is quiet. Brad Monda, see you. Do you understand what I mean? See, house is not only physical building. House is the people living in it. I am the house, you are the house. If you're not there, that house is useless. If people are not living in that, what's the purpose of building a house? If people are not living in that house is useless. Why did you build it? Are you getting the point now? Why then did you build the house? Man, I know guys now. Now listen to me. Sometimes when I say I think deeply. I keep thinking, if I build a house in the village now, how many years am I going to live in that house? Who will occupy that house if I'm no longer there? Now, there are so many, but the one you have abroad will serve you a purpose. The one you have abroad, I'm not discouraging you, unless don't get me wrong. If you have a house abroad, that one you have abroad, where you live, where you are a citizen, will serve a purpose. That one abroad, you will live there, grow old and die. Your wife will live there, your children will live there when you're no more. It will serve a purpose for your children. But the one in the village, especially even if you married a woman from your tribe who has spent years abroad, maybe 20, 30 years used to Western lifestyle, she will not stay in that village with you. If you're no longer there, she will not. Even some men their women refuse to stay in the village. Unless, get the point. Unless you decide to have another wife secretly, you'll be making babies secretly to replace you in case those ones abroad did not come home. This is what some men, unless you decide to marry another woman secretly, so that if those ones abroad did not go home, you have another children that will answer your name. If not, it is what Oyibo call effort in futility. If not, it is effort in futility. Obaide made a comment. He said his father's land in the village is forgotten. He said he left it for the family. This is what I'm talking about. Do you think your father will be happy in the grave? You left your inheritance for family people and take off. You did not defend what your father left for you. You left, that is, if your father left the one, your grandfather, if your father left it, you wouldn't see it. Maybe you will be obstacles. You will be homeless. Your father defended the land. It reached your turn. You left it and ran away. You don't understand? Your father defended it. It reached your turn. You abandoned it and run away because of Obodo Yibo. None of us are in the same boat. You understand me? This is how some people come on Kurodio. You never build house. You never build house. You see the reason now. Even I'm more smarter than a lot of people. Because ebere mebere. But then, man, you see now that where you live is your home. Don't you think so? The place you are living is your home. Where you have your wife, your children, your husband. That's where you make home. And then, in that situation, depending on your wife, the kind of woman or man you married, then Africa should be an option, not a priority. Don't get me wrong. Because this is where your life is. Here is a priority, and Africa an option. Get the gist. What's the name? Lucky, you said you wish to be buried here. I will grow old. Don't be asking me that kind of question. I mean, we have addressed that topic here. Do you understand what I mean? When it comes to where somebody wants to be led to rest, some people did not wish to be buried in Europe, but they were buried in Europe. Do you know how much it costs to transport that body back home? First, I know so many guys who said they don't want to be buried in Africa. They want to be buried where their family is. Many, some made a will. Now I know so many people. Even there was a man, one of my customers, a doctor. One doctor said when he was sick, he had bone cancer. Because of what family members did to him. Before he died, he called the sister. Now he said, when he passes away, they should not carry him to Africa. He had 2 daughters with an European. He said he wants to be buried where the daughters are. You see it. Now, let's look at the other side of the coin. Why should you, if you have spent 25 years, 20 years, 40 years abroad, and you pass away, they carry you and go and throw you in one bush in your village, where your children cannot even, that's recognized, where they don't know. Your children don't know where you were buried. Your wife cannot even visit. Just because you feel emotionally attached to that place. One forest like that, where that you be, they go throw you there. In the next 20 years, your children will not know go to your burial ground. They don't even know where it is. Now, does it make sense? I'm asking you. Now, I'm asking you. You have your wife, you have your children abroad, and you passed away. And then they carried you. All your life you've been living abroad. And then they carried you and God dumped you inside one forest in a village. Where your children cannot even go lay it. Your wife cannot go. They don't even know where their father was buried. Or their mother was buried. Does it make sense? Now now we are matured people. Now, do I need to tell you stories now? If I started, I don't like sitting. If I tell you stories in details, now listen. There was a man here. This was a man I knew personally. Had all his children here, the wife here. The man came here in the 70s. So when the man retired, all his children were born here. When the man got retired, one day he was eating his food, enjoying his fufu, meat and everything. He choked. The man just died. Miss Folashed, I see you. The man died. When this man died, the man had family members here, relatives. African people. They said they have to transport the man's corpse back home. The man had 1 or 2 investments back home, and maybe a plot of land or built a small house in Africa. So family members were demanding for the man's corpse, say he should return back. The children said, no way. The children haven't gone to Africa. They have not been to Nigeria before. The children, as at that time, are grown women and men. Grown women and men who haven't visited Africa before. And because of tradition or whatever, some people said, the family members said they want to carry him and go bury him in Africa. The children said no way. And the wife said no way. They said, how can you take their father to Africa that they have not been? Maybe the wife have not visited Africa for 10, 15, 20 years. They insisted their father be buried here, and their father was buried here. And, so I asked why. Somebody said, why not? Why should you carry the man's dead body and go there? How are the children going to go there? And the wife, each time they want to go and see their father's burial and the grave, they need to buy flight tickets. That is, if they want to go see the father's grave, they need to buy flight tickets. How many of them? If there are 2, you know what it will cost them. So they preferred to be buried here. The thing is, you've got to make a choice. If you want to be led to rest in Africa, you go back now and begin to, normalize, acclimatize. You need to take your wife, your children, take everybody. The children need to know your village, know everything. Or you start living in Africa. You cannot eat your cake and have it. There is no how you can eat this journey. This is what this journey, the shop, this is what it entails. You cannot eat your cake and have it. If you want to be buried in Africa, you go to Africa and make Africa your home. Because you want to be buried there. It's as simple as that. It's not, listen, it's not after living for 14 years, they carry you in a box and go and dump you in Africa. Africa you've not visited in the last 20 years. This is why you need to know what you want and pray for life. Do you understand me? You need to pray for life. Because if you are alive, you are a winner. If you are alive, things will not spoil. If I'm telling you a story, if I start telling you the story of abroad, some of you will say, now you are discouraging people. Nah, there were guys who had great dreams of relocating to Africa later. They were building duplexes, some built already. Many died and were buried here. Many were buried in that house without living in it. Some people, the only time they lived in that house was in grave. After building the house, they continued hustling here. You don't understand. Some people built houses and continued to live abroad. When they died, the only time they lived in that house was when they died. Now, does it make sense actually? Does it make sense? This morning, I like keeping it real. I don't have enough food at home. My wife said to me, he said, Oga, sometimes she woke up in the morning, my wife she came to me and said, Oga, what is the need of we not having enough food to eat? And there are things in Africa. What sense does it make? Abroad you are suffering, but you have something in Africa. But you don't see food to eat. You have no food to eat. You are suffering here you're working like a slave. I carry hand for head. She was just, I imagine it. At times, you keep things in Africa, say later you will not enjoy it. You understand me? Sometimes you keep saying later. When you retire, you go and live in that house. You go and enjoy that house. You may not live to go and enjoy that house. Now, story plenty. Some. You understand me? Now, come to think about it. You spent how many years? 30 or 40 years working in a foreign land. Building house. That house you built in the village, how many years are you going to enjoy it in your life before you pass away? At what age? Now, reason with me. I have duplex, I'm not enjoying that duplex. See, I have duplex, you are here. If you have duplex, the best thing is you go and enjoy that duplex in Africa. Now, you are working. Some of you said, Rodi, you are a lazy man. Rodi is a lazy man. He's a lazy man. That's what you're talking. You that is not lazy. Okay, we have seen you now. Active man. I'm a lazy man. You are active man. Okay, you are building house as a hero. You are wait. You that is building house, you have not gone to enjoy that house, so you are here abroad suffering, but you have the house and you are hanging shoulder. And I built house in Africa. You built house in Africa that you are not enjoying. Many of you went home now. How long did you stay in that house? We see they here. How long did you stay in that house? Maximum of 1 month. You come back. The next time you go there, maybe in 2 years or 3 years. Or 1 year. In a year, you spend like 3 weeks or 1 month. That is if you go every year. That's if you go every year. Some people go, travels once in 3 years. After 3 years, you go spend 1 month. You come here, they booger for us. You come here and be sure you're ready. Hey, you're a lazy man, you are mad. Carry chicken for hand, they eat. Does it make sense? Don't get me wrong. So, now listen. The fun of it is, now, make money and enjoy that money. You build house, you enjoy that house you built. If you build a duplex, you stay there and enjoy it. If you have swimming pool, stay there and swim in that pool. Enjoy it to the fullest. And when you pass away, you know that you enjoyed your sweat. Somebody said you can rent. You want to rent a village house. If you rent a house, it doesn't make any sense again. You want to rent a village house. If you want to rent your, that is your OB. So you built house, duplex for people to be living in it, in the name of you rented it. If you want to build a house, now rent in Africa is bullshit. If I tell you story now, you go carry hand for head. If I tell you stories now, you will carry hand on your head. How much are you going to realize? That money you say you rent, if you convert the money to euro or pounds sterling or dollars, that money is rubbish. If they pay you, how much are they paying you? Convert the money in euro. You see that you are not making, in a year, how much is it? That is, if you get 1,000 euro in a year, you are lucky. 1,000 in a year. Some people are getting like 5, some people are getting 200 euro in a year. A whole year. Does it make sense? That is not investment. You come here and say you rent it. You rent house. Now listen attentively. I better carry empty hand. You cannot come here and shakara me. You can't come here and be forming big boy or big girl. You have something there. Some people are getting 150 in a year. 150 euro in a year. Listen, where investment is good is if you have property abroad. You rent one flat, 1,500 euros in a year. You are a big boy. In a month, not a year. Here, abroad, a year. I mean a month. Even if it is 500 euro in a month, you cannot compare it with African investments. You know how much they rent a flat here? Now, wake up. Do you know how much they rent a flat, a garçonnière? The money you get in 2 years is the money somebody makes in a month here. The money you get in Africa in 2 years, 2 years long, is the money somebody makes in a month. Sometimes the money you get in 3 years is what somebody makes in a month. The money you get in 3 years is what somebody makes in somebody that invested abroad. You come here now, hey, Uncle Roddy, hey, this man, yeah, a broad person now. You say invest what? Who rents village house? Nobody. You so if I go my Orule, my Obi, I'll go and rent it to stranger. Do you understand what I mean? So you think, when I tell you, man, I'm still contemplating. I'm still contemplating. Okay, listen now. All of you, now use your head before they use them for you. Use your head before they use your brain before they use it for you. Now listen. How much are you paying rent a month here? People that are living in USA, in UK, in Europe here, Swiss, how much is rent? Some are paying $2,500 a month. $2,500 convert in a month, convert it in your local currency. In a month. Now think now. When men are just observing things. Somebody said a friend got deported and is homeless in Africa. You understand me? Now listen, don't get me wrong. See, let me say it here so that I know some people, if you watch, see, if you have no documents and you are not doing anything abroad, you've spent years, no possibility of getting documents. Think Africa. Don't waste your years here in the name of Obodo-Oyibo. You want to live you want to live abroad. Again, listen. I'm saying this because of somebody that said the friend was deported and is homeless. I always talk about creating alternative for yourself. Before, listen to what I said. I said, make your base, that is where you are living now, a priority, and make Africa an option. See, don't be empty in life. Not that I'm not discouraging you not to invest, especially if you are younger. Listen, if you are younger, you have no documents, your future here is not, there's no, you see that you have no future here abroad. Every money you got should go to Africa. Every money that comes your way, use it and invest. Because if they carry you, go back. If they deport you, do not say I didn't tell you. Don't say I did not tell you. On that ground, you need to think Africa. If you have no documents, if you are afraid of the police, if you are afraid of deportation, put something back home. So that if it happens, you have something to fall back on. Are you getting the point? Yes, so Jimmy Johnson, I see you. How are you doing? Jimmy Johnson, good to have you in the building. I see you big time. Do you understand me? So this life is, you see, you use your head before they use it for you. Use your head. You know what is better for you? We have different destinies. But the most important thing is life. If you are alive, you can now go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to my YouTube page. Go to Uncle Rody on YouTube now. Go to Uncle Rody on YouTube and subscribe. Now, what is going on here now? Now, I'm not seeing subscribers. Go to my YouTube. Before, are you afraid? Go and follow the YouTube channel. Uncle Rody on YouTube. Or you see that my bio, that my TikTok bio, press it. It will direct you to my YouTube. Do you understand me? So we, as an old school, we are just observing every day. Now, listen, I'm 59 years now. Every day I keep thinking. And this was the reason why I haven't built any house. Every day I think, build a house in the village. I don't live in the village. I've spent 30 something years abroad. Who am I building the house for? Just for honor's sake. For people to clap for me in Narodi's house. But in reality, that house will not be serving any purpose for me. A house in the village, okay, they will clap for me. But that house will not serve any purpose in my life. You see it. Every day I think about it. What's now? Listen, don't get me wrong. If I were living in Africa, I would build a house in my village. If Africa is my base, that's where I'm living, I'll build a house in my village. Or if I relocate to Africa and say I want to start living in Africa, I consider building a house in my village. Why should I build a house in a place that I don't live in? Now, answer me now. Why should I build a house in a place that I don't live in? What purpose is that house going to serve for me? So you that comes and feel you are a big boy, say, Uncle Rodi, you are a poor man. You have not built a house in the village. Build a house that will serve no purpose. You know what it takes to toil day and night. Somebody said for rainy days, if I relocate to Africa now, and if I reach Africa and see that now, the thing is I'm going to stay in Africa, build a house. If I watch the vibes, if I watch everything and see that now, the music now is playing is playing that direction that I will live in now, and my children start coming. My children start coming, my grandchildren start coming to Africa. Now I consider building a house. In that case, there is a reason to build the house. In that case, there is a reason to build the house. I need it. Why should I build a house that I don't need? Now listen. There is a difference between what you want and what you need. Do you understand what I mean? If you are living in Africa, house is not what you need. In Europe, house is what you need. You know, in economics, there is what we learned then called scale of preference. There is what we call scale of preference. You prioritize the important ones and forgo the less important ones. Now, you living abroad, house is a priority abroad. You need it. It's not what you want, but what you need. In Africa, you want a house, you don't need a house. Because that house in Africa is not a priority because you are not living in it. You are not living in that house in Africa. So it's not a priority. It's not what you need. It's what you want. You get the picture, you get the message now. So, do I need to go deeper? Caleb, I see you. I needed to give my guys shout out. Caleb, I see you. I need to see some. Now go to my YouTube channel. I'm in the mood to speak this night. Now go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Let's grow this platform. Now let me give somebody. Can't bat. Now your name is too long now. Your name is long, but I appreciate you. Somebody made a request. Who was that person? Let me know if I bring you in. Do you understand what I mean? So I spoke in the afternoon. I said, listen, this abroad is not easy. Bills are too much. Bills. Now, listen attentively. If you know the bills people are paying, bills, you pay this, you pay this, pay this. So, the thing is this what you will keep paying all the days of your life? If you want to live abroad, that means you will keep paying bills till the day you go. See, I want to respond to somebody. Somebody answered a question. Somebody asked a question. The person said, even African Americans are moving to Africa for a better life. Now let me answer you. Let me answer you now. Somebody asked a question. Even African Americans are moving to Africa for a better life. Let me answer you now. Did you know why? Yes, let me answer you because I am from old school. Because of bills. Because of bills, they are running away from bills. That dollar, I said it in the afternoon, that dollar, if you convert it in African currency, it becomes big money. I told you, in the afternoon, I said, even if you retire, you cannot cope abroad because of the cost of living. And this is why people are running. I said it in the afternoon. Did you not listen to my broadcast in the afternoon? I said, how long are you going to keep paying this? These bills are killing people. It's too much. Forget it. They are going to whole Africa. Don't mention they are going to everywhere. Anywhere you see that is safe, you go there and make your life. Not only African Americans, even Europeans are running to everywhere they can live easy life. They are in Nigeria. They are everywhere. Don't demonize any country. They are everywhere. They are everywhere. White people too. White people too. They are running away from bills. You remember what I said earlier before now? I said, listen, if you plan to build a duplex, drive big car. If you build that duplex in Africa, I said it some minutes ago, go to Africa and enjoy that building. Go to Africa and enjoy the building. Why build a magnificent house in Africa and you are living in one room abroad? Why build a magnificent swimming pool and you are living in one room and eating bread? Suffering abroad. Does it make sense? Why then did you build that house? If I talk about abroad life here, don't be coming to my, don't be coming to my comment section and be talking rubbish. Even the truth is, let me tell you, if you are not committed, if you are not committed abroad already, if you have money, depending on the country, you will enjoy life in Africa more than Europe. Truth be told. But some people are already, some people have grown taproot already here, that it is difficult for them to move. Very difficult. So many people cannot go to Africa anymore because I said it in the afternoon, because they have nobody in Africa anymore. That's why a lot of people, they have nobody in Africa anymore. You go to Africa, you start afresh. You understand what I mean? But the reality is, if you want to live an easy life, that is life without stress, without much stress, it's in Africa. I will not tell you a lie. If you want to live life without much stress in Africa. But as far as you decide to live abroad here, see you see bills. If you want to live abroad here, see you see bills. Bear it in mind. And you may pay the bills, you keep paying the bills till the day you enter grave. Have it, say Uncle, that's the thing, finish. It is only, we look at both, we look at both sides of the coin. We look at both sides of the coin. See, when you build a bungalow or a duplex in Africa, you're okay for life, and you have a thriving business, you're okay. You know why? That house you have in Africa, you are no longer paying rent. You have a good life. That is your father's land. You are no longer paying rent. For life, you will not pay rent. Paying rent keeps people poor, makes you poor. One of the factors, one of the reasons why people fail to make it abroad is rent. Yes, abroad here, if you check how much you pay every month, but if you build a house in Africa and have any business that thrives, you have peace. In Africa, the bills, you don't pay bills like here. Now, see, I look at both sides. In Africa, imagine, okay, see, my father built his house in 1950s. If I tell you how many generations that house has served, the house has served many generations, and the house is still standing, though it's old. Nobody pays rent. If you live in the township and things are hard, you relocate to the village where you don't pay rent and do farming and you survive. Abroad, you have no place to relocate. You have no place to farm. You don't get land now. You don't have land. Here, self, if you are broke, you cannot go to your neighbor. You cannot go to your neighbor here, ask for salt or ask for oil, like the way we do in Africa. Communal life, communal living. Do you understand what I mean? You cannot go to your neighbor and ask for anything. Sometimes neighbors self don't greet you. Now, if I have nothing doing abroad, if I have nobody, to be honest, I've said it before, if I have nobody and I have nothing doing here, I will not spend a minute here. I'll be off. If I have nothing doing here, why should I waste time in the name of Obodoyibo, in the name of Europe? If I have nothing doing here, that is just, I'm just loitering about in the name of Obodoyibo. I carry my luggage and move. Some people, before you know it, you waste your years as a young man, say Obodoyibo, by the time you realize it, you are 50 years. 60 years, no wife, no child, nothing. It's already, now your life is over then. This my baby is enough to pay to pay. Who told you that? Wilmot, K, I see you. So guys, I cannot keep talking. I'm having a headache. Let me end the program. Tomorrow we continue. So tomorrow we continue with this broadcast. Let me chill a bit. Ara, carry hand for head though. Cosmos, I see you. I see everybody. Silver sister, Silver, I see you. You understand me? I see everybody. Now I will be bringing you a true life story. Now, I want to talk about the upside of Europe. Some people say I should just forget it and be telling them. I should be telling them I should continue. I should continue firing my this thing. You understand what I mean? I need to balance it. That's it. I need to balance. Some people say I should just continue with my this thing. So follow this page. Shan, I see you. That's good of you. I appreciate you. Shan, I see you. So, guys, as you see, if you see me for the first time, don't forget to subscribe. Follow my page. Yeah, so see you guys tomorrow. Harry Collins, I see everybody. Baba, yes, Europe gets in prize now. Yes, so good night to everybody. I want to say good night to everybody. Having a kind of headache now. So, you are meeting me today. So what's up with you? Waiting they happen. What's up with you? As you are seeing me today. So, Kedife Nemeno. NK for life. That's a sister there. I see you. I appreciate you. NK for life. So, guys, somebody, Credo, I see you. Somebody said, I'm happy. Yes, I'm happy. Oh. You understand what I mean? But sometimes you see me go hard. I go hard sometimes. I mean, in my programs, I go hard at times. In my videos, I go hard. So we continue tomorrow. Good night to everybody. Don't drink alcohol, don't smoke. Anything you do with clear eyes. Don't drink alcohol, don't smoke. See you. Now, first, let me off my YouTube.